Tube strike. London. Follow the strike. Why?
Okay, what you need to know here, I'm in Liverpool Street Station in London, and there's an underground strike. Planned industrial action will take place on the underground network from 2100 Monday on the 28th till Wednesday the 30th. On Tuesday, some services will not call in Stratford Station until after 7 a.m. Wherever possible, customers are advised to vary their usual travel plans. What's going on? A bunch of Luddites, that's what it is. I'll explain them in a minute, but it comes down to this. They're replacing a lot of the ticket sellers with automated machinery.
The next train to depart on platform 18 will be the 18,
so what they're doing,
17 Abellio Greater Anglia service to
they've cut 1,000 jobs.
So, back in 1810 to 1820, in that time frame, there was a group called the Luddites. The Luddites were afraid of technology. They were afraid of change. Why? Because they were going to lose jobs. So what the Luddites did is they went in and there's some thrashing machines and different stuff in the textile industry, and they smashed them. They destroyed them on several different occasions because they felt those machines were taking away their way of life. Sure, in a sense they were, but they were expanding the economy, growing the economy, driving down prices for goods, and yes, making certain occupations no longer viable. And today, there are still people that talk about the Luddite Fallacy. Here we are, I'm in London, and we've had the tube strike over the last couple days. Why? Because they're going to be cutting a few jobs. Now what they decided to do was cut 1,000 jobs by voluntary methods. 600 people have already volunteered to retire, but the Luddites of today have said that's not good enough. They don't want that. They want these jobs replaced. Now, what it amounts to is there's some cashiers, and I got to be honest, I really appreciate having them because I was a little bit lost, but they're being replaced by automatic teller machines down in the tube. So that has caused a lot of controversy here. So even today we have people thinking that. People thinking what's called the Luddite Fallacy, that someday machines will have every single job and there'll be nothing for humans to do and it'll be 100% unemployment. That's essentially the exaggeration that they imply. Anybody who believes that a machine taking a human's job is a bad thing would be called a Luddite in today's terms, okay? Yes, that does involve very many of our politicians who are essentially brain dead on this idea. I don't mean to insult anybody, but that doesn't take away jobs. That frees up people, the automation of stuff. Look at how many bookkeepers are taken and put out of business by the computer. But you don't see that accounting is going away. No, it's probably expanding in all different ways. Accounting software, there's still accounting services. There's no way that has done what they claim it will do. We are expanding the economy every single time. So, we used to order our food at a restaurant with a person, but as minimum wage gets higher, they're going to start saying, hey, we can have you just touch screen and order that food yourself, and we don't need that person there behind it. We'll still need somebody delivering the order. There'll still be a manager there. There'll still be some workers. The fry-later person who runs the French fry machine, they can be replaced, and yes, it's going to happen, and that's okay. 50 years ago, there were thousands of people called telephone operators in America. They've all been replaced. You know what? By Verizon salespeople. Of course, they're going to be replaced by the internet too. That's okay. That just expands the economy. And the real problem was in 1810, in that time frame, when we had people leaving the farms and going into factory work. Because there wasn't enough factory work at that point in time. Farms were becoming so efficient. There was nothing there was nothing for them to do. But the economy grew and grew. You know, it's going to happen. And I can't wait because what's going to be coming to our area is indoor skydiving. That's my prediction. It's a job that doesn't exist right now, not in upstate New York, but it's coming. Why? Because we're growing the economy, and that's a good thing.